คาถาพระขุนแผนคาถาพระขุนแผนคาถาหัวใจขุนแผนคาถาปลูกขุนแผนand คาถาพระขุนแผน so a few different kata of many kata which are given for พระขุนแผนบูชา to ขุนแผน or บูชา to พระขุนแผน amulets. So start with the first simple kata พระขุนแผนคาถาขุนแผนเอหิมะมะนะโมพุทธายะนะมะพัทธะ and you use this to chant and blow into things whatever you like to have mahasane and to seduce people into being enchanted by it. So it could be the wares you have for sale in your store, could be yourself, or whatever you want, or your amulet, of course, which would usually be the case to chant into the amulet. So I'll do it once more. Kata kun pen. Ehi ma ma na mo puttaya na ma patta. And faster would be Ehi ma ma na mo puttaya na ma patta. Ehi ma ma na mo puttaya na ma patta. Go on to the next kata. Busha kun pen. Kata for busha to kun pen. And this is the one most people will know. Suna mo ro suna na ma patta ja pakasa na ma mi hang. Some people will say na ma mi hang. Hang or hang, depending on how you like. Suna mo ro suna. Notice that suna mo ro. That moro suna is suna moro mixed around in formula. So suna moro suna, and then the four elements invocation namapata, and the turning of the four elements or awakening of the four elements japakasa, and then namamihang. Kata, Busha, Kun Pan. So one more time. Suna moro suna na ma patta ja pakasa na ma mi hang. And one more time, more speedily. Suna moro suna na ma patta ja pakasa na ma mi hang. Suna moro suna namapata japakasa namamihang. Suna moro suna namapata japakasa namamihang. And the third kata would be kata kunpen, which was given from the great Luang Pogwai of Wat Ko Sitaram, very famous Sakyant master and amulet maker, who is very highly famed and popular with people devotees around the world. World famous master, a very powerful Sakyant and amulets. Kata kun pen of Luang Pogwai. A bit difficult this. I always do it worse when I do it slowly. Better when I do it fast. Don't ask me why. But I do it slowly first. Om Siddhi Thao Phơn Jalern Si Na Gu Ngam Khờ Phra Man Na Ma Patha Khan Gu Ngam Khờ Phra Narai Chai Gu Ngam Khờ Phra Athit Rit Gu Ngam Khờ Phra Chanสาวนายเมืองสวนเห็นหน้ากูอยู่มิได้กูมาระลึกถึงฝูงหงสาเริ่มข้ามคูหากูมาระลึกถึงมหาเสน่ห์ มหาเสนาก็มาเลิมแท่นที่นอนกูมาระลึกถึงลูกไก่อ่อนก็วิ่งตามกูมาระลึกถึงสาวใช้ก็มาเลิมแม่กูมาระลึกถึงสาวแก่ก็มาหลงไหลกูมาระลึกถึงเจ้าทายเทวีก็มาเลิมสวดมนต์กูมาระลึกถึงฝูงคนก็มารักกูอยู่ทั่วหน้าทั่วชั้นฟ้าและพื้นดินเหมือนช้างรักงาปลารักน้ำเขาอยู่ในดงผมก็เริ่มกล้าวข้าวอยู่ในคอก็เริ่มกลืนให้สะอื้นคิดถึงตัวกูอยู่ทุกเวลาและราตรีอิติลีกันหาชูชะโกโมกรุณาพุทธปราณีทายินดียะเอ็นดูเอหิการณิโยอิติปิโสภควานะชาลิติอิติมหานิยม and that is impossible for most people, but I'll do it one more time and try to do it fluently, so at least you can hear the kata Kunpan of Lumpur Gui, which is one of the most complex kata of Kunpan I've ever heard, if not the most complex, like this. Om Siti Tao เฟินเจริญศรีหน้ากูงามเคอพระแมนนามพัทธะแขนกูงามเคอพระนารายณ์ฉายกูงามเคอพระอาทิตย์ฤทธิ์กูงามเคอพระจันทร์สาวในเมืองสวนเห็นหน้ากูก็อยู่ไม่ได้กูมาระลึกถึงฝูงหงสาเลิมข้ามคูหากูมาระลึกถึงมหาเสนากูมาเลิมแท่นที่นอนกูมาระลึกถึงลูกไก่อ่อนก็วิ่งตามกูมาระลึกถึงสาวใช้ก็มาเลิมแม่กูมาระลึกถึงสาวแก่ก็มาหลงไหลกูมาระลึกถึงเจ้าทายเทวีก็มาเริ่มสวดมนต์กูมาระลึกถึงฝูงคนก็มารักกูอยู่ทั่วหน้าทั่วชั้นฟ้าและพื้นดินเหมือนช่างรักงาปลารักงาน้ำเขาอยู่ในดงผมก็เริ่มกล้าวข้าวอยู่ในคอก็เริ่มกลืนให้สะอื้นคิดถึงตัวกูอยู่ทุกเวลาและราตรีอิติลีกันชาหาชูชะโกโมกรุณาพุทธปราณีทายินดียะเอ็นดูเอหิการณิโยอิติปิโสภควานะชาลิติอิติมหานิยม and give it one more go. It's long and fast. Om Siddhi Thao Start again. อมสิทธิเท้าเฟินเจริญศรีหน้ากูงามคือพระแมนนามพัทธะแขนกูงามคือพระนารายณ์ฉายกูงามคือพระอาทิตย์ฤทธิ์กูงามคือพระจันทร์สาวในเมืองสวนเห็นหน้ากูอยู่ไม่ได้กูมาระลึกถึงฝูงหงสา เริ่มข้ามคูหากูมาระลึกถึงมหาเสนากูมาเริ่มแท่นที่นอนกูมาระลึกถึงลูกไก่อ่อนก็วิ่งตามกูมาระลึกถึงสาวใช้ก็มาเริ่มแม่กูมาระลึกถึงสาวแก่ก็มาหลงไหลกูมาระลึกถึงเจ้าทายเทวีก็มาเริ่มสวดมนต์กูมาระลึกถึงฝูงคนก็มารักกูอยู่ทั่วหน้าทั่วชั้นฟ้าและพื้นดินเหมือนช้างรักงาปลารักน้ำเขาอยู่ในดงผมก็เริ่มกล้าวข้าวอยู่ในคอก็เริ่มกลืนให้สะอื้นคิดถึงตัวกูอยู่ทุกเวลาและราตรีอิติลีกันหาชูชโกโมการุณาพุทธปราณีทายินดียะเอ็นดู Ehi garaniyo iti piso pakawa na liti iti mahaniyom. And that final time was actually the only completely accurate chanting of all the 3 times I tried it. So I'll move on now to the 4th kata, which is, to more than 4, the 4th and further kata, which is a mix of shorter kata for Kunpan. So this is one of the kata Huajai Kunpan, the various heart mantras. Kata Huajai. Huajai means heart, kata, mantra. And so a series of different heart mantras for Prakumpan. Om Namo Puttaya Puttang Sarati Dhammang Sarati Sanghang Sarati Chitang Samare Mama Eti Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. This kata you should use with lukewarm as well. And when you are talking with people that you want to love you or want to like you more, yeah? Or you can blow into lukewarm pong prai kuman as well as the kunpan, yeah? One more time. Om Namo Puttaya Puttang Sarati Dhammang Sarati Sanghang Sarati Chitang Samare Ma Eti Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. And one more time fast. Om Namo Puttaya Puttang Sarati Dhammang Sarati Sanghang Sarati Chitang Samare Mama Eti Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. Now the second, Kata Huajai Kunpan, and this is a Kata Huajai Kunpan Matjai for binding the hearts of others. Puttang Ratanang Dhammang Ratanang Sanghang Ratanang Na Puk Mo Mat Put Ratta Rung Ya Grung Ka Re Om Sawaha. You should use this to chant and pray or think, focus before you sleep on the person you want to love you. Yeah? So now syllabically, one syllable at a time. Puttang Ratanang Dhammang Ratanang Sanghang Ratanang Na Puk Mo Mat Put Rat Ta Rung Ya Grung Ka Re Om Sawaha. And one more time fluently. Puttang Ratanang Dhammang Ratanang Sanghang Ratanang Na Puk Mo Mat Put Ratta Rung Ya Grung Ka Re Om Sawaha. So that was the Kata Huajai Kunpan Matjai for heart binding. Now to the third Kata Huajai, which is the Huajai Kunpan Jai On. Soft heart softener. Weaken the hearts of others and make them feel compassion. So it's mercy charm. It goes like this. Panja mang sira sang cha tang na at jai na karo hoti sampa wo trini katawana na karang panja sampa wang. And you use this before you enter into a room or enter to approach somebody to talk with who is your boss or some that will soften their hearts instantly. So anybody you want to receive mercy from, or get favors from, or promotion from, or ask for things from, you can use this to make them soft-hearted with you. Yeah. So one more time, a little bit more faster. Panja mang sira sang cha tang na ajay na karo hoti sampa wo trini gata wana na karang panja sampa wang. And one more time fluently. Panja mang sira sang cha tang na ajay na karo. Sorry, I'll start again. That was wrong. Panchamang sirasang chatang na ajay na garo hoti sampavo trini sing katawana. Made it wrong again, fast this one. I'm very sorry for that. Panchamang sirasang chatang na ajay na garo hoti sampavo trini katawana na garang banja sampavang. And I'll do it again fast because I screwed it up 3 times. Panchamang sirasang chatang na ajay na garo hoti sampavo trini katawana na garang banja sampavang. And one more time slowly. Panchamang sirasang chatang na ajay na garo hoti sampavo trini katawana na garang banja sampavang. And I apologize for the mistakenly chanted passages, which I have now corrected. The next kata huajai is the kata huajai kun pen puk jai kon, to also to, it's a heart binder, or to force and to kind of enchant them into following your command. Om Namo Puttha Nama A. Start again. Om Namo Puttha Nama A U Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Cha Na Pa Hu Cha Na Ehi. And you use this when you want people in general to like and be helpful towards you. And you can also chant it and blow into face powder, or if you're a lady, a foundation cream or makeup, or perfume or cologne to spray on yourself if you like before you go out, or to have this attraction, power of attraction and mercy charm in general to all people, not to make them fall in love with you. Yeah, Puk Jai Kon goes like this again. Om Namo Puttaya Nama A U Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. Om Namo Puttha. Actually, start again that one. Om Namo Puttha Nama A U Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. And one more time at medium speed. Om Namo Puttha Nama A U Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. You notice the first passage is not Om Namo Puttha, it's Om Namo Puttha, a short A, dot the A on the end. So it's Om Namo Puttha Nama A U Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. Om Namo Puttaya Nama A U. You see, I did it wrong when I tried to do it fast, because I'm used to saying Namo Puttaya. So start again fast. Om Namo Puttha Nama A U Ehi Chaya Ehi Sape Chana Pahu Chana Ehi. Thank you. I like to finish it with a fast one. Matter of pride. Joking. Kata Huajai Kun Pen Mahasane. So this is a heart mantra for Mahasane. And you use this 3 times before you go out to meet somebody that you've got a date with, to try and to seduce them. So this is directly for dating. Janto กันตะโรปิติปิโยเทวมนุษสานังอิตตพิโยปุริโสมะอะอุอุมะอะอิสวาสุอิกวิติ and that, believe me, is very hard to chant fast because of certain syllables that clash with the throat. But I'll try to do one now at medium speed. Janto apagantaro biti piyo tewa manut sanang itapiyo puriso ma a u ma a isawasu ikawiti. Janto apagantaro biti piyo tewa manut sanang itapiyoโยปุริโสมะอะอุอุมะอะอิสวาสุอิกวิติจันโทอภกันตโรบิติปิโยเทวมนุษสานังอัตตะพิโยปุริโสมะอะอุอุมะอะอิสวาสุอิกวิติ slipped on the last phrase. So to the next one. คาถาหัวใจคุณแผนป้องกันตัว this is for protection, so คงกระพันand แคล้วคลาด and goes like this ปัญจมังสิระสังชาตังนกาโรโหติสัมภโวพินทุทันตะเพทะอังกุสิรินะโมพุทธายะ which I must also add that invokes 5 elements which are contained with all sacred na. And you would use this to invoke also if you inscribe the sacred Nat Kunpan, Hua Jai Kunpan, Nat Hua Jai Kunpan, then you would use this kata to empower it with as well as a sacred yantra. So, as a protective spell. So once more. Panja mang sira sang cha tang na garoโหติสัมภโวพินทุทันตะเพทะอังกุสิรินะโมพุทธายะ Yeah, and now one more time, more speedily. ปัญจมังศิรสังชาตังนะกาโรโหติสัมภโวพินทุทันทะเพทะอังกุสิระนะโมพุทธายะ Screwed up again. You ignore that last chanting. I'll do it again. ปัญจมังศิรสังชาตังนะกาโรโหติสัมภโวพินทุทันตะเพทะอังกุสิรินะโมพุทธายะ The problem is with if you pronounce a T as a ta or a ta. One word has a T that is a ta, and I pronounced it as a ta, so I had to redo it. It goes like this once more slowly. ปัญจมังศิระสังชาตังนะกาโรโหติสัมภโวพินทุทันตะเพทะอังกุสิรินะโมพุทธายะ and more fluently ปัญจมังศิรสังชาตังนะกาโรโหติสัมภโวพินทุทันตะเพทะอังกุสิรินะโมพุทธายะ and actually the Siri before Siri Namo Puttaya, if you like, according to my Vichar, you could change Siri to Sira, because the 5 elements of a sacred nat is the Pintu, the Tanta, the Peta, the Anku, and the Sira. So in the Katha it says Panchamang Sira Sang Chatang Nakaro Hoti Sampavo, and then it says Pintu, Tanta, Peta, Anku. Those are the first 4 of the 5 elements of a sacred nat. But then instead of saying Sira, it says Siri, which means majestic, and then Namo Puttaya, which is to do with the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and the Buddha himself, the Shakyamuni Buddha, Sakyamuni. So you could use Siri or Sira, according to me. And you use that to blow into your mouth, into the palm of your hand, and then clap your hands together So you chant it and blow it into your hands, and clap your hands will make you safe from dangers of accidents and animals as well, and attacks. So you just chant Panja mang sira sang cha tang nagaro hoti sampavo pintu tanta peta anko sirina mo puttaya. But you blow. So you would hear me blow. Panjamang sira sang cha tang nagaro hoti sampavo pintu tanta peta anko sirina mo puttaya. Yeah? And blow into your palms of your hands. Next one is Kata Kun Pen Pongkan Pi, to keep ghosts and demons and dark forces away. Goes like this. Namo Puttaya Ma Pa Ta Na Pa Ka Sa Ja Sa Pe Te Sa Pe Tawa Bi Sa Jewa Alawaka Tayo Biya Kakang Tala Batang Tisawa Sape Yakha Palayanti Sakasa Wachira Wutang We Suwanatsa Kata Wutang Alawakasa Tusa Wutang Yamanatsa Nayana Wutang Ime Ti Sawa Sape Yakha Palayanti. And I made a couple of mistakes in that, so I'll do it again. And this actually, you can put this, you blow this into a kun pen, but it shouldn't really be called kata kun pen, pongkan pi, to protect from pi, yes, to protect from ghosts, yes. But it's nothing to do with kun pen, it's actually to do with the yaksa, the asuras, and Tawetsuwan, or Kubera, yeah, or Vaisarvana, depending how you want to call him, yeah, which in my profile on Facebook, and you often see me wearing the mask of Tawetsuwan. So it's actually more to do with Tawetsuwan, who protects against demons and illnesses, but you can use this with Kunpan. So here go again. Namo Puttaya Mapatana Pakat Saja Sape Tawa Bisa Jewa Alawakata Yo Biya Kakang Talabatang Tisawa Sape Yakha Balayanti Sakatsa Wachira Wutang Wesu Wanatsa Kata Wutang Alawakatsa Tusa Wutang Yamanatsa Nayana Wutang Ime Tisawa Sape Yakha Palayanti, and talks about the 4 weapons of the 4 Asura kings, yeah. So I'll try to do it a bit faster, because this is really difficult. Namo Puttaya Mapatana Pakasaja Sape Tawa Bisa Jewa Alawaka Tayo Biya Kakang Talabatang Tisawa Sape Yakha Palayanti Sakatsa Wachira Wutang Wesu Wanatsa Kata Wutang Alawakasa Tusa Wutang Yamanatsa Nayana Wutang Ime Tisawa Sape Yakha Palayanti. And I didn't make a mistake in that one, thank gosh, because that was a difficult one. And actually you can use that as kata for Tawetsuwan, or just as a kata to keep illnesses and demons away. Next one is kata kunpen, nang niao, sticky skin, which means like bullets bounce off you, or people try to stab you and the blade just cuts your shirt but doesn't cut your skin. Klau klat. Goes like this. Sugitima supajaro susilawa supakato atsasima waje taro gesaro wa asampito. And I'd like to say that kata is also contained within the Yant Maha Mongkon, which is a round yantra, which many people have tattooed on their shoulders in Sakyant, and you see on the rear face of many amulets. And it's on my website at sak-yant.com under the 108 yantra. It's one of the first I ever wrote up, Yant Maha Mongkon. And you also use it to draw it in the base of cauldrons before you boil si pung, because it's also known as the kata si pung. So you make si pung with that. So the next kata is, if you're hearing funny noises in the background, that's my dog. The next kata is kun pan kom satru, to chase away enemies, and instill fear in their hearts. Ta to po ti sato ra cha sing ho wa ma hit ti go arahang tamat thangปกาเสนโตราชสิงโหสถาอาหะนะโมพุทธายะนามามิสุขตังชินัง and you use this to chant multiple times when you're going to meet an enemy or a contestant in battle, or maybe you're a Muay Thai fighter. You would chant this before going into battle your contestant or your enemy in real battle, to make them afraid of you. You chant it 3 times, and you stamp your feet as hard as you can, 3 times before you go out of the house. So when you're standing at the door, before you go out, you chant this 3 times and stamp your feet as hard as you can. So I'll do it one more time, slowly. Ta to po ti sat to ra cha sing ho wa ma hit ti go arahang ta matangปกาเสนโตราชสิงโหสัทธาอาหะนะโมพุทธายะนะมามิสุขตังชินัง So actually it talks about the Rajasi lion and conquering through the power of the Rajasi lion and faith in the Buddhas, but is used with kunpan, because kunpan can accept all of these kata, and you can use these kata on your own, just stamping your feet and clapping, blowing into your hands and clapping, as explained, because magical kata are used to empower amulets, but they're also used on their own. So the next one is the kata kunpan sek si pung. So it's for si pung kunpan, or kunpan that you want to put si pung on, or that are soaked in si pung or naman prai oil. Matu jitang suwa mupปะขังทิตะสวานิมามังปิยังมะมะเมตาชิวหายามะทุรังทัตวาจาจังสุดทังสุตตะวาสัพเพชนาพหูชนาอิทธิชนาสัมมนุนะพระมะนานุนะปะสังสันติ and you use this to on lipstick or lip gloss, normal lip gloss or lipstick, or si pung potion or naman prai oil to smear on either your beloved or yourself. So one more time.มัทุจิตังสุวามุปขังทิตสวานิมามังปิยังมะมะเมตาชิวหายะมะทุรังทะตวาจาจังสุดทังสุตตวาสัพเพชนาพหูชนาอิทธิชนาสัมมนุนาพรามนานุนาบะสังสันติ and I'm not going to do that one again because I don't like chanting it, it's very difficult. So that is for Si Pung. Kata Kun Pan Mat Nak. This is to really completely bind, as if you're completely hypnotized and bound, to seriously impediment not necessarily for bad reasons, but it's to impediment their ability of free will, to make them kind of under your command. So Pakava Ati Samani Utayang Kacchanta Pang Sang Larang Baramang Sukhang Na Sappati Maha Sunyo Ja Sampato Sang Sare Anang Kachanti. And you use that when you want to, of course, completely bind and control. This is very often used by Nak Muay, by Muay Thai fighters, to actually control the other fighter, to make him fight the way he wants, and so on, to control him into the corner and control him to go where he wants, and to so he can lead the fight where he wants. And it's of course used to for it's like a Manchurian candidate kind of spell. You make them they just follow what you want. Yeah, Madnak. So Pakava Ati Samani Utayang Kacchanta Pang Sang Sarang Paramang Sukhang Na Sappati Maha Sunyo Ja Sampato Sang Sare Anang Kachanti. And one more time fluently. So Pakava Atisamani Utayang Kacchanta Pang Sang Sarang Paramang Sukhang Na Sappati Maha Sunyo Ja Sampavo Sang Sare Anang Kachanti. And lastly, I'll finish with one more, even though that's not the end. The Kata Hua Jai Kun Pan Sarika Lin Tong. Very useful and very famous, and useful for Salika, celestial magpie amulets, and Kunpan, and for any Mahasane Metta spells you would like to do with or without amulets. Goes like this. Putta Anena Malia Susankayemi Putta Iri Malia Susankayemi Putta Aribayo Kema Kunna Pakke Same Mami Una Loma Panna Vichayate. This real kata, ancient kata, and also belongs to kata used for yant as well. So if you did Nat Natong or Salika Lintong, you would use this kata. And this is for Kunpan Salika Lintong. So Kunpan which have Salika Lintong, which are, or you want to put Salika Lintong which are into your Kunpan yourself. So Putta Anena Malia Susankaye Mi Putta Arimalia Susankaye Mi Putta Ariapayo Ke Makunna Pakke Same Mami Unaloma Pana Vichayate. One more time slowly. Putta Anena Malia Susankaye Mi Putta Arimalia Susankayemi Putta Aripayo Kema Kunna Pakke Same Mami Una Loma Panna Vichayate. And use that to make people fall in love with you, or you need just Mahasane, and when you chant it, you blow on your hand or on your fingers, and just use your fingertips to tap your tongue after you have blown the kata onto your hand. Yeah. Putta Anena Malia Susankaye Mi Putta Arimalia Susankaye Mi Putta Aripayo Kema Kuna Pakke Same Mami Unaloma Panas Vichayate. Vichayate. So that was a series of different kata kun pan and kata huajai kun pan and kata pluk kun pan for you to use with your kun pan amulets, or just to use as magic spells. And blow into your hands, clap your hands, stamp your feet, or touch your tongue, or tap your forehead, depending on the kata, and also depending on if that adds magical meaning to your mind, because the more faith moves mountains, and the more faith your practice and ritual brings to your mind before you walk out the door, the more effective it will be. So the rituals I have explained can be incremented by your own rituals, which you may think of, which might make sense to you, and fit in with the ritual and not do it any injustice. Because how did rituals get composed in the first place? By people thinking like this, like me. I could add this. I told you in one kata you could change siri to sira because of the 5 elements of the nap. That was an example. Yeah, and when you say Namo Puttaya, you can also say it backwards if you want. You could say Namo Puttaya Yata Putmona, or Namapata Tapamana. You could say Namapata and then say it backwards, like the witches used to do. So once you get fluent, you can actually start to improvise. So anyway, there you go, Kata Prat Kun Pan, because I noticed on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook pages and my kata pages on my websites on thailandamulet.net, ancientamulet.com, thailand-amulet.com and buddhistamulets.net, I didn't have this kata available, only some specialized kunpan kata. So this I made, so you could have a special podcast with lots of different kata for you to chant for your kunpan amulets. And you can use any of them for any amulet from any master before you ask. Yeah, the answer is you can use any of them for any amulet of kunpan from any master. And the ones I said, which this is to do with Rajasi or with Tawetsuwan, you can also use with Tawetsuwan or Rajasi amulets. And the one which had a Salika Vicha spell in it, you could also use with a Salika amulet without the presence of kunpan, and so on. You have to think for yourself and improvise and realize the flexibility of the matter, because too many people are too stringent with the kata chanting, and you have to see that kata are much more flexible than you might think. So there you go, Ajahn Spencer for the Buddha Magic Project and my own channel, and you can find all of my podcasts and videos and blog posts on ajanspencer.com. Ajahn Spencer for the Buddha Magic Project, signing off.